All right, everybody, so we have our work cut out for us today. So we are going to be working on the 4.6 that we pulled out of the Cougar and get it prepped for install when the Mustang arrives. So let's see what we got going on. This thing is pretty greasy. Looks like it was leaking on all four corners of the world. So what we got to do is we got to take the motor mounts off, the manifolds, knock the crank pulley off, get it prepped to do the timing chains, and then we got to get all this stuff cleaned up. As you can see, the valve covers are pretty dirty. These manifolds, by the way, are not going to work with the Mustang. They're completely different collectors and everything, as well as the motor mounts. And we should be good with the oil pan. Oil pressure sending in and everything looks good. So let's get this thing torn apart. All right, so we got all the manifolds off and the motor mounts. So what we gotta do now is get the crank pulley off so we have access to the timing cover. So I got timing puller, or the harmonic balancer puller for the 4.6. So I'm gonna screw this in that way. Pop this on there, and then pretty much goes like that. We're going to drive this in. The pulley should come off. So all right, so I'm going to tighten these up. These balancers on the 4.6s usually come off pretty easily, so hopefully we don't have any issues. I don't have a jaw puller. So I kind of want to get these. Problem is these threads inside of here, if it's never been taken off before, you're probably best off tapping them, but these seem to be going in pretty good. Let's see, kind of want to make them even. Not to over tighten either, so let's get this adapter all the way back. 146 balancer off. All right, everybody, so we got the block pretty much all degreased and cleaned up. So now we're going to start breaking down the timing cover, oil pan, valve covers, and inspect everything and make sure that there's no metal in there or anything, and then start replacing all the gaskets, as well as doing the timing chains and everything too. So there she is, looking good, nice and clean for the most part. And I'm going to end up probably blasting the timing cover again when we get it off. The valve covers and the oil pan, which is gonna need a little bit of paint. So all right, I got this thing all cracked open. So everything's actually looking really good. No scoring on the cam lobes. A little tarnished, but not too bad. Like I said, this thing ran good. So then, as well as this side, looking good. So what we're gonna do now is we gotta get this thing, the top dead center on the compression stroke, and then we'll take the chains and the guides and everything off and slap on the new stuff. This doesn't take long. This is really easy. I've done this a million times. So let's do that, and then we'll move forward. All right, I'm going to pull back this tape that I got up here. Take number one out. Okay, there we go. All right, so now, if a lot of you are unaware, I have a 32 millimeter socket here. Fits perfectly on the crank. Don't have to put the bolt back in or anything, and you can turn it fairly easy. So let's get this to top that center in the compression stroke, and then it should be good. Just want to stick your finger in here just to feel for the air. All right, let me take the trigger sensor off. This goes on one way. Make sure the beveled edge right here is on the back side of the engine. So you can see it says rear right there. All right, so for the tensioners, these are two 10mm bolts on both sides. I'm just gonna crack the bottom one loose. So you're gonna be real careful while you're pulling this out. So it's light pressure. Yeah, that thing had some play in it for sure. All right, let's go ahead and take this side off. Got to be careful not to move these cams at all. So just note that. And like I said, just this one's going to be a little difficult to pull out, so might need to use some persuasion. There we go. Okay, pull this back, take this guide out. Pull this chain off. Perfect. All right, so now these guys right here got two 8mm here and then two there. So I'm gonna knock those out. Okay, one's gone. And that one's gone. So now we've got a Chloe's timing kit here that we ended up going with. So if anybody is interested in that, there's part number, got it from Rock Auto. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting these new guides in. Now on the 4.6s, where the woodruff key is, you want it lined up with this groove right here. That's the best reference point that I've learned to use. And this notch down here is at the 6 o'clock position, as you can see. So the marking on the chain, because these chains have like one of the teeth is actually anodized black. So right there, this one you want that lined up with that tooth on the bottom of the crank gear. But let's get going and get this stuff installed. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these new guides on so that they come marked right and left. So this one goes here. And you got 8mm bolts that fasten these down. So we're gonna get the torque specs in a sec. Same thing on the other side. Got two 8mm. Just gonna drive these in really quick. That should be good enough. All right, so now we're gonna get the chains installed. All right, we got the passenger side in. That was a little tricky. But everything's nice and tight. Put the tensioner in, so you just got to snug the bolts up. But before I do that, I'm gonna get the driver's side in, and then we're gonna pull the tensioners off, and then the biggest part of this engine will be out of the way, and then we can get everything cleaned up a little bit better and reseal all the gaskets, and then throw it back together. So these are factory. They're 2-piece crank gears. I like the 1-piece. But we're doing this without replacing all the gears, so we're good. So we're going to go ahead and lay this one on here. Cool. Now to bring the cam back just a little bit. Right there. All right, we're golden. So now with the bottom tensioner on, or bottom guide on, sorry. I don't know where my brain is today. And then see where the new tensioner is here. Okay. Okay. Uppity. And slide it right in there. Pop these bolts in. Bam, there we go. So now I'm going to drive these in, get it all torqued down, and then we're going to pop the tensioners out. All right, everybody, we are going back on with the timing cover, but first we need to put a little bit of RTV on some of these surfaces that don't meet thoroughly through. There's that. It's mainly by a cylinder head. So you want to make sure that you get just a little bit, not a lot. There we go. So we got all new gaskets on the timing cover, so going back in with that. Should be good. All right, timing cover is back on. For some reason it wasn't going on, but the towing ring, like I said, make sure that you put it on the rear, not the front. So that was preventing it from going in, but it is on now. All the bolts are snugged up. So the next mission is to get the valve covers back on. So we got new gaskets for that as well. So we also have the grommets for the bolts. So we're gonna get these going and clean them up a little bit more, and we should be good. All right, so I'm gonna pop these grommets on. These are 4 little gaskets for the bolts. I'm gonna start popping them in. This is the easiest thing in the world. All right, now this one takes well, this doesn't matter. Square gasket, completely square gasket, I don't know. There we go. Around there. All right, so I pulled the oil filter adapter housing off, which I just got oil everywhere. Needs to be cleaned a little bit. It looks like somebody put RTV over it, top of the gasket. So I'm gonna get all this crap off. And so all these bolts are generally the same. All 10 millimeters running through here. Now I'm going to go ahead and torque these down. See, I kind of want it a little bit. There we go. All right, well, that is done. All right, so valve covers are done. Timing cover, replaced the oil filter housing gasket, cleaned off the lower radiator hose. So now we got to do, I've done this a lot of times. So we got to get the rear main seal cover off, which is right up here, so we can replace this rear main seal. I've done it before while engines were on the stand, so we're going to get an 8mm wrench on here, knock those bolts out, pop the cover off, change the rear main seal, RTV all the way around, pop it back on, and we should be good. So I'm going to get that off. All right, got the rear main seal cover off, swapped out the seals. So now what I'm going to do is, I got some acetone, so we're going to clean the surface, put a bead of silicone on it, and we should be good. All right, slid the rear main seal back on, got a good thick coat of RTV on there. Wasn't too bad, popped on. Just want to make sure that nothing folded back or anything on here. I did use that little plastic sleeve to install it, so I'm gonna go and just torque these bolts down. I'm gonna start with the middle ones on each side. All right, so last and final thing that we gotta do is get the oil pan cleaned up on the inside, put it on, and that's pretty much it. This motor will be ready to be installed once the Mustang gets here. So I'm gonna get over there and get that done. All right, we are gonna go back on with the oil pan. So just a quick note, if you're not aware, you do have to put RTV on all 4 of these corners. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the timing cover and the rear main seal cover. So what we're gonna do is I got the bolts right here. Gonna go ahead. Usually what I do, I put 2 in the middle on each side. Just makes it easier. So make sure we get the oil pump pick up in there. And then there's 1 bolt. There's the other. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is just throw all these in there, and they're all 10mm all the way around, so shouldn't have an issue at all. All right, everyone, so that is it. This motor is done. All new gaskets, timing chains, fresh rear main seal looking really good, new RTV, new rear main seal on there. So I think we're in good hands here. I got some valve cover or some intake manifold gaskets once we get to that point, but yeah, it's looking really good. Okay, everybody, so the 4.6 that we pulled out of that clapped out Cougar is pretty much ready to go. So we replaced all the gaskets, new timing chains and tensioners, fresh spark plugs, cleaned it all up and everything. So when we pull the old motor out of that Mustang, we're gonna see how bad it is. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it, but that fly is driving me crazy. Anyway, I did end up getting the correct main bearings for the Jeep, so we're going to get that assembled and get that going. So anyway, in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, share. More importantly, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stop! Go away! Stupid fly.